Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is video 2 of 2 for today.
But first, a new word from our sponsors. Hey guys, you know what's great about the internet? Getting the most out of what you love. How do we do that, Alex?
With a VPN, because right now, all of the subscription services you use geo-block you out of a bunch of the stuff on their library. So use a VPN, get access to all of the things you're already paying for.
The best VPN out there. We've done the research. Surfshark. Surfshark. Why are they the best? What things did they allow you to do, Joe?
They let you share with your friends and family.
Be the most popular kid on the block. And with our discount code, you're going to get 83% off a 2-year plan plus 3 months for free. And all you got to do is go to surfshark.deals /Angry Joe Show and unlock all the content that you deserve. Not to mention the fact that a VPN will protect you, your identity, and your data. It's important, guys. Yep. Pick it up. And yes, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Check it out. Guys, check out Surfshark, best VPN out there. Click those links down below. In AJS News, we just got back from Vegas, working on something, guys, for you. A little behind, we'll be catching up. Check out our PlayStation Showcase reaction. We also got Warhammer Skulls reaction for you up. And let's jump right in part 2. What else has happened in the world of gaming news, Alex? If you want to know about Golem, watch the first video. We will definitely be jumping into that this week. Oh.
My fingers hurt. I can't play.
Your fingers hurt? Well, you just pulled garden duty. What's that? What's that? It was Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. My fingers hurt. Oh, yeah? Your fingers hurt?
No.
Well, you just pulled Golem duty, Joe.
No.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings Golem duty. All right, Alex.
You did so. All right, PSVR2, we got some numbers. According to Sony, sold just shy of 600,000 units in its first 6 weeks.
Okay, so a little better than I thought.
See, there you go. You
There's a 200,000, but I have no fucking frame of reference. I still think those numbers are low compared to PlayStation VR 1.
So Sony showed so we got a graph that showed that the PSVR2 gets very close to 600 units milestone, while the PSVR sits in between the 500 and 600,000, so slightly more than PSVR 1.
See, you're not the
Slightly
only sucker.
more at this point.
Consumer.
Oh, yeah.
Consumer.
Oh,
right?
Yes. You fucking asshole. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Joe, I did it for fucking review purposes, and it's a paperweight, and though the technology improved, where the games at? Where the games? Where the games at? I should have known. I mean, because that's the main problem with VR. It's like,
Yeah, do you want to spend $1,000 on the system? It's
What
like,
games?
cool. What games do you play? It's like, oh, no.
They're coming. Oh, yeah, when?
Yeah.
They're coming.
Oh, you know all those ones you played on PC a couple years ago? You get to play those now.
Pretty much.
But I played those.
Or that have been on other VR headsets in the past. You get to play those.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So a lot of people, I was actually looking into this, and they're mad. There are PSVR2 fanatics that are fucking mad. A false narrative that the PSVR2 is not selling well, and that the PSVR1 is somehow superior. And I think that they're not completely missing the whole fucking point that it's not that we don't want the thing to sell well or
They're
we
not
care.
selling like hotcakes. I'll tell you that much.
We want games for the fucking
Yeah.
VR things, which is
Yes.
what we've been saying about all VR for years now. So you also should be mad that as of right now, you've had a climbing simulator and a bunch of games that you've already fucking played, and that you should demand new content for this $500. Is it $500?
$500.
500.
So it's like,
depending on the bundle you want.
Yeah, and so it's like you should demand that when you buy the system that it comes with stuff and continues to come with stuff, and that's what we're about here.
Yes.
So last week we gave everyone an update on the most recent Battle Royale game to kind of disappear, and I got a new update this week.
The vampire.
Another one?
Yeah, another one.
Another one hits the deck?
Super People.
I got lucky.
Super
I was
People.
editing. You guys were playing that game.
You son of a bitch!
And you
That's
guys
right.
sounded like you were having fun.
Did you not play a single?
not.
I hate you.
That's
Jeff.
totally fine. So we had to play Super People. You have to play Gollum.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
entire
God
game.
damn
The entire game.
No, I'll play some too, Joe.
okay.
I got you.
Okay.
Damn, man.
So yeah, it's this is Super People 2. It was just originally Super People, and then they changed it to Super People 2. And it was
So it's like Overwatch.
yeah. So it's going away. The game's client is no longer available for download for anyone who hasn't already installed it once. So
Oh, shucks.
good news. I will give
Hey,
you.
me and Alex can still play it if we want.
Yeah, you can go over to his computer and
Yeah, I'm good.
we'll play.
Really? So
Yeah.
you can't even download it anymore?
No. So on August 21st, Super People 2 will be permanently shut down for the remaining few still playing. It launched with like a decent chunk. It was 40,
Yeah, I was kind of surprised.
47,000 people played at its height. But it was just constantly dipping below 1,000, and then matchmaking became a massive issue for people.
Okay.
And then they just couldn't get into games, and so they're like, "Look, this doesn't make any sense."
Right. If we
so
can't keep it going, then I mean that the experience lives and dies on getting games and getting into matches. And if you can't even do that, you sit there wait, and then you're waiting too long, then people leave, and that makes it even worse.
Well, so the Super People kind of fixed that system because they didn't want matchmaking to take too long. So what they did is they just injected all your games with bots, and so people would be playing with themselves the entire time. So,
Not fun.
not good.
Not fun.
So that one's going away.
I mean, yeah. What did that one bring to the game that was unique, guys? Or I mean, Alex,
don't know.
you didn't fucking
It was
play, you asshole.
PUBG with superpowers.
There was, yeah. That one guy had a nuclear missile. That's kind of cool. But other than that, I think it was the girl that had the nuclear missile.
Yeah.
Then you can like teleport. It's all the games you can teleport.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't tell you what made it unique, what made it good. Nothing really, and it was filled with the microtransactions. It had that kind of unfinished, I don't know, spyware feel.
Yeah. He's like, "Are you stealing? Are you
Stealing my
Are you
data?
using my rig
Are you just
to
going
mine like shit coins? Like, what's happening here?" All right, we got some Last of Us news. Last of Us multiplayer is getting scaled down. So everyone was really
What?
excited.
That's it. But they did this big announcement. And they even called it. The Last of Us. They didn't even want to call it multiplayer or like firefight or something. It was like, no, this is The Last of Us because it's gonna be big. And now they're like,
Not too big though.
this don't work.
Yeah.
It's gonna be big, not too big.
Why? There's just
scale
been
it back.
multiplayer mode for, The Last of Us 2. So we got even less in The Last of Us 2 than we've seen in The Last of Us 1, which honestly, surprisingly, I had fun in the multiplayer in The Last of Us. If I remember correctly, or if maybe that's a different franchise I'm thinking of now. I don't know.
I don't remember. If you like
Uncharted, there was Uncharted multiplayer. I'm wondering if I'm mixing those two. But anyways, I was like, what is taking so long? We kept thinking, oh, there's going to be a reveal. There's going to be a reveal. Well,
it.
what happened, Alex?
What was taking so long is it just wasn't good. So it says Sony has scaled back the development of the Last of Us multiplayer project, and this is after Sony went to review this project, and according to specifically named Bungie, so the evaluation was led by Sony subsidiary Bungie, questioned the Naughty Dog's title's long-time engagement with users, just saying so Bungie looked at it and said, this ain't good.
Yeah.
And so
okay, what else? Can you get the quote on that?
Nothing from Bungie or from Sony. I have the studio's quote. It says, "We know many of you have been looking forward to hearing more about our The Last of Us multiplayer game. We're incredibly proud of the job our studio has done thus far, but as development has continued, we've realized what is best for the game is to give it more time." And then our team,
but you know what that fucking long-term engagement truly means. And this game's not gonna sell all those fucking microtransactions and live service bullshit. Oh, we're Bungie. We know about live service microtransactions, so we're coming in here to assess it. And if Bungie says, yeah, that's not gonna make money over the long term, then that's why Naughty Dog's like, well, we're not gonna do it. It has nothing to do with whether the game is good or whether they should deliver what they said they were gonna deliver. If we can't make money for the next 5 to 10 years off it, then fuck it, it's not worth it. So they're scaling it back. They're not canceling it, they're scaling it back. Which I'm not sure what that means. Is it going to take even longer to come out? Is it going to be a smaller experience? From that last reveal, they made it seem like a full game, right? Just calling it straight up The Last of Us, and then we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Well, maybe what they're doing is they're just going back to the original idea, which is just a multiplayer mode that they failed to release the first time around. No, I think I did play Last of Us multiplayer. All right. Anyways.
And so, according to them, it's not that big of a deal because look over here, everybody. We have another single player.
Look over here.
Yeah, so there's a brand new single player experience that a lot of our team members are going to be working on, and we look forward to sharing more soon. So there's still going to be small people working on this multiplayer project, and it'll come out eventually.
Including a brand new single player experience.
Yeah.
But then they must be talking about The Last of Us. Because this is a Last of Us announcement. The Last of Us fans, comma, blah, 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 blah. Our team will continue work as well as including a brand new single-player experience. So I think that means Last of Us single-player experience. They could be referencing Last of Us Part 3, Peanut Allergy, or they could be doing another spin-off.
A DLC. For Last of Us 2. That could be.
Yeah.
That seems very logical. So in January, as recent as January, Neil Druckmann said that, look, Last of Us 3 could potentially be on the table if we come up with a really good story, but they're not. It didn't seem like they're at that point yet. But what they could have been working on for some time now is a DLC for Last of Us 2. They're all there's so many storylines within that game. It would be easy for them just to put something in there and have it released. So. We don't know enough about it yet, but if you were looking forward to Last of Us, the multiplayer experience, you're going to have to wait, and I would taper your expectations quite a bit. Will Smith has joined the list of actors who are putting their face in video games. You know, like Keanu did with Cyberpunk.
Okay, and like fucking Vin Diesel with Ark. So Will's like,
Oh,
I'm
they
gonna
didn't say Crossroads. It's like, God damn.
Well, that too. to make my muscles bigger. So what? Okay, cool. Maybe I'll play. What game is Will Smith in? Is he gonna slap people around?
Yeah.
That's like his fucking emo.
Finisher.
He just slap all the fucking enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put him in Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah. He just his finishing move is the slap.
Yeah. Don't talk about my wife. You mean your wife?
So it's a free-to-play mobile shooter that's coming to Steam. It's
Well, he got paid.
Yeah.
Well,
that immediately deflated whatever hype. That motherfucker just got paid. You remember when the mobile games were like buying out celebrities? It was like Mariah Carey for Clash of Clans or some bullshit. I'm not joking. Mariah Carey was like, there was a bunch of them. And I guess they're continuing this. Yeah. They make bank. Like they'll just get like 20 million right there. It's ridiculous. Like they're just like, wait. So all I have to do is agree for you to use my likeness, maybe give a few lines, and I make as much as I make in doing fucking 3 months worth of work in a movie.
Yep.
Who's this game made by?
The PUBG Mobile developer.
Oh, God.
So I mean, it's a free to play mobile shooter. So Will Smith is the face of a free to play mobile shooter that's also coming to Steam. Mobile game. It's called Undawn. It's a post-apocalyptic world because they really wanted to try something new. So post-apocalyptic world, survivors are split into different factions.
It actually kind of looks like what's that movie that he did?
I Am Legend.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It kind of looks like they're trying to ape I Am Legend at the end because it's all it's missing is in the trailer. We put it here, Joe. All it's missing is that Batman vs Superman poster.
According to PC Gamer, they got sent a press release that contained the words "Get Jiggy" in the subject line.
Get jiggy with it.
Yeah. So
is he gonna sing in the game?
That's gonna be extra.
So and then what they said is during their daring adventures, players will encounter legendary survivor Trey Jones, played by global movie star Will Smith. Trey will act as a guide to help other survivors navigate the world 4 years after a global disaster.
And the enemies, is it vampires?
No, 4 different factions of asshole survivors.
Oh, it's just asshole survivors against asshole survivors. We don't get any cool, like, I don't know, vampires, zombies, werewolves. All right, fuck it. And it's a mobile game. I don't care. Moving on.
Yeah. Lionsgate wants to make a big budget John Wick video game. They're like, holy shit, some of these licenses.
I'm down for
it's
that.
Essentially already a video game.
It is a video game, yeah. So the production studio is very interested, and they want to turn it into a big AAA game.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Movie license games, they are very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
You have to. If you're willing to pour the fucking money in, then maybe. but you can't cheap out,
Yeah, and then we also got news this week. The Lionsgate's currently developing John Wick 5. So,
I saw that. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, no.
like the more...
And the quote was even worse, Alex, because it said, do you remember the quote? It was like, go ahead.
And then more after that,
It's
too.
like a regular cycle of that last bit. I was like, all right, maybe I'll do John Wick 5 just because you guys are doing amazing on each one and you want to keep it going until you fuck it up, I guess. But then that last line, regular intervals within regular cycles, something like that. I'm like, all right, I'm
Well, they're already doing Ballerina, and they're now want to do
spin-off.
John Wick 5 and 6, and they want to do all these other ones. And it's like, look, you had an opportunity to have like this perfect end cap and just close out the story before things kind of get too ridiculous and too stale. And instead, there's like, no, let's keep the train going. And I'm still enjoying the movies. I have no issues with them.
At the same
but
time, is any
But this is,
I guess, I'll figure out how to pull him back in once again. But
rope
he's
in,
out.
bring him in.
He's out.
But
they kill his cat this time.
Yeah.
First it was a dog, now it's a cat. Leave my cat alone. And then that's how they get the internet involved, and then they do like a social media angle, and then he goes and finds who killed his cat.
It's like the pet stores, like, do not sell any pets to this guy. I'm sorry, man, we can't. They keep dying with you.
Yeah, some random asshole keeps killing your pet.
He's a sad man, just trying to get a pet.
Yeah. He deserves a pet.
He does.
He deserves a pet.
Stop killing his pet.
And just remember, The Continental is also coming out. So the TV show and then Ballerina
man.
and all this
Nah,
other
man.
stuff.
I'm more
I watched the
interested in
Ballerina because
yeah.
of the actress,
Mm-hmm.
but
No, but now we have a regular development cycle of nonstop content.
all right, they'll just do the money
Would
until
you
it
watch
stops
the
flowing.
Continental? It's like, on CW.
Oh, yeah, no thank you. No, thank
What are
you.
they gonna fire dart guns at each other, Joe, or some
Yeah,
bullshit?
it's just young teen drama garbage. Yeah.
Oh, my dad may or may not have been John Wick. Oh no, what do I do?
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about War Thunder. War Thunder is that game that we've talked about a couple times because the people who play the game know a lot of like state secrets and like they leak shit about like
Yes.
tanks that they shouldn't be
They
leaking
want
and stuff.
exact specs.
Yeah, they get into arguments like, no, that wouldn't work. And he's like, I have this classified document that says that I'm right. So it's like the War Thunder people are hilarious to me, and I really appreciate them. But the game itself has revised its economy, and people are fucking pissed. It's mostly negative on Steam, 17,000 negative reviews. Players are super unhappy. And so, it's a free-to-play game. It's always been monetization, all these other things. But they said that they've taken it to a massive step, too far. Let's see. Let me go to the exact thing that they've done. They've slowed the amount of, it's silver lions that you get, silver lions and research points. And so they've not only slowed everything down, but they've made everything cost more. And people are saying that you can't even play and repair your tanks after the fact because you're not getting enough stuff. So it's a big deal. And so it seems like...
Yeah, we always knew that this is a danger factor in these types of games, that at any moment they could tweak the economy and fuck shit up. And here is a prime example of it fucking happening.
You telling me I can't repair?
You're telling me that now I'm even more incentivized to pay so I can fucking play the way I've always played. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so the game company, they put out the thing, and rather than say, okay, fine, we're not going to do the thing that we're going to do, they did say that they are going to revise the economy with a mid-summer update, but they're not going to go back on it. And so that has just further pissed everyone off. And, this is a big deal.
They basically said, no, we're not going to change it, but we're going to revise it? I'm confused.
They're not going to revert. They made the changes, and the best course of action was they made, okay, we're not going to change. We're not going to change it. So now they're saying that they're simply going to revise it. So they're going to keep some of the changes in place.
Okay.
Again, these game companies, they don't want to make money. They want to make all of the fucking money, and so they're trying to squeeze every little bit out of them. And this is already a free to play game that they're squeezing money out of people quite a bit. And a lot of these people, we're reading through all of the different reviews, saying like, "Look, I'm a premium member already. I'm already paying into this game, and I can't play right now the way that I've been playing, even while paying them money." And that's how greedy they're getting. So
Fucking
Wow.
ridiculous.
So
Wow. Yeah, well, stop playing then. That's the only way these companies listen. And then sometimes they don't even hear that. And they're like, what's happening? Oh, to ratchet it up even more because we're losing. We only have these many people, so we have to get this much money out of them.
Everyone.
The same amount of money that we got at launch day because we're fucking idiots. And, oh my God, we just killed our game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad.
So, I mean, like Joe said, if you really love the game and you want it to do well, Steam reviews are great. But if you don't stop giving them money, nothing's going to change. So there's that. All right, OJ, what you got?
Warhammer Dark Tide has heard your complaints.
No, they haven't. They can fuck
No,
me.
no.
No, I'm done.
I was mad.
Yeah, he is, because it's been a while. But starting next week, they are going to add a new patch with 2 new missions and a possibility of crossplay. They also added a new enemy.
Chaos
Spawn.
Oh.
So is that going to bring you back?
No.
I like those big enemy types. When they first jumped at us, I was like, man, this is cool. It's like it took this long to get a chaos spawn in here. God damn it! The 10th update, son of a bitch.
Why do you think he's upset?
Yeah. Well.
So I put a lot of time in. I really like Vermintide 2. I really like Darktide when it came
That's
out. But
also
Darktide was not complete on release. Just was not even close. And so they've patched it up to the point where it would kind of resemble a full release game. We are so far beyond the point where it's acceptable. This is so too little, too late. And I don't think that you should support a game that does shit like this. Vermintide's getting more updates than Darktide. Fuck off. I'm not in. So I love Warhammer, and I think the universe is super interesting, and I will find other ways to immerse myself in the grim dankness of the future. But I'm done with Darktide until they truly, maybe if they can really radically fix everything and get like a full DLC or something. But I don't care.
No, we'll see then.
I blame. This is a free update, so I do want to experience that Chaos Spawn and the 2 new levels. Though it's annoying that it looks like the second level will only unlock after a community event in which players complete 900,000 missions.
Oh, fun.
The second will unlock after a community event in which players complete 900,000 missions. No. What if they don't complete 900,000 missions? Oh, you're forcing us to play the game more so that your metrics can go up since you give me the second goddamn mission. It's free. I appreciate the free, and I need more updates. And like we said, we need some fixes on that. Cool. What else?
Anything else?
Do we do the Nvidia making money?
Mm-mm.
Well, Nvidia joins Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, and Alphabet, is Google, in the $1 trillion club.
Excuse me, no, Jim Cramer, who is right about everything.
Who's Jim Cramer?
Jim Cramer's that. It's the NBC guy.
The guy, stocks, buy the thing, buy, sell.
Now, Jim Cramer told me that Nvidia was a loser and that you should short Nvidia.
Well, Nvidia made $1 trillion. So Jim Cramer is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, reverse Kramer is the truth. There's you do anything that he says to do.
Anything
you do
he
the
says.
opposite,
Sell,
and
you
make
buy.
you make
buy,
more money,
you sell.
So
yeah, well, they hit the 1 trillion mark, and let's see. So it's still rising. So now it's at 1.02 trillion after a 6% rise. It's crazy, Jensen. Kind of a cool story. He's a legit gamer. Came to the United States, created this Nvidia, had Jim Cramer shit all over his company.
Loser. Company's a loser. It's only worth $1 trillion.
And ended up joining these other companies that you never thought that Nvidia would reach. Fucking Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Apple. So they're doing well. They're big, but it's a cautionary tale because other companies that have reached the 1 trillion are kind of falling now. And Facebook have fell out of the 1 trillion club with $682 billion because they've been fucking up with their metaverse shit. But it says they'll be back in it, soon. But yeah.
As long as that one good hit.
Yeah, as long as your aunts and uncles need a place to get their conspiracy theories, Facebook will be worth. Yeah.
And I'm sure, and my money definitely helped them because the graphics cards can be expensive, and I'm sure the Bitcoin people helped them as well.
Oh, you have to be super careful. I always want to remind people people are talking about being able to get graphics cards for cheap now. Do not buy used graphics cards.
No,
there are so many just burned out.
Yeah,
like
people
mining
have abused the fuck out of
mining rig ones that just you'll have for a couple months, and then you spent hundreds of dollars on it, and they will shit out on you. Yeah. So please, play video games, but maybe don't buy a mining rig.
One last one, because you're such a big fan of space games and strategy games. And the last one I talked about, Falling Frontier. Homeworld 3, I'm talking about in this one, unfortunately delayed to 2024. Blackbird Interactive wants more time to ensure that it meets the iconic standard set by the previous Homeworld. That's good. If they felt it was too buggy, if they felt it wasn't up to par, they're like, all right, we need some more time. So they're delaying that. They said it's no longer 2023, now February 2024.
Oh, wow, they give an exact window.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I probably wouldn't have given the exact window, but that's what
that's
they
ballsy.
said. Or maybe they're close to it, and they're like, we just need some more final polish. We know how long we need. So, cool. Well, that's going to be it for this one. Guys, thank you so much to our sponsor, Surfshark. And click those links down below to support us and yourself. And we will see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, everybody.